Yo, what's going on, guys? Today I'm going to be going over the MLB slate on DraftKings for Thursday, September the 6th. We only have a 3-game main slate tonight, so it's a pretty gross slate. I believe there is finally football on Thursday. There's a showdown slate. Might be diving into that a little bit since there's just 3 games for baseball tonight. Probably won't be going too heavy on this slate. Just 3 games. We'll take a look at pitching, talk about some of the pitchers on this slate, the bats, and of course if there are some BVP plays, we'll go over those. But before we do get started, guys, make sure you drop a like on the video. Would really appreciate it. If you are new to the channel and you have not subscribed yet, make sure you click that subscribe button down below so that way you won't miss out on any of my new videos. But looking at this 3-game slate, our most expensive pitcher is Zack Greinke. He's 9,100 versus the Braves. And I like Greinke here, but I'm probably only going to play tournaments on this slate. Really, I've only been playing tournaments just in general. Haven't been playing much cash lately. So I'm probably just going to play tournaments. And for me, I think Greinke can easily be faded today, especially in tournaments, because he's going to be the most popular pitcher on this slate. And although Greinke does have upside, it's just not a good strikeout matchup. The Braves don't strike out much. They've got good hitters. I actually think you can play some Braves today, like Freddie Freeman we'll talk about I love today. He's only 4,200. Really, really cheap. Gets you good leverage on the Greinke ownership because Greinke's going to be popular today. I think we can fade him, so I'm kind of looking a little bit cheaper. I like Shane Bieber as an SP1 here versus the Blue Jays. Just the other pitchers on this slate don't really entice me. Like, I don't want to play Strasburg against the Cubs because I don't know if Strasburg really has upside in that matchup. The Cubs just don't strike out much. On the other side, Hendricks is really a guy that I never play. He's another guy that just doesn't have a ton of upside. And versus the Nationals, I'm not sure if I want to go there. So Bieber versus the Blue Jays, I think we can play here. Bieber should get some run support. He should be able to get a win. He can get some Ks here. There are some Ks in this Blue Jays lineup. I could easily see Bieber getting 20 DraftKings points, and that honestly might be good enough on a 3-game slate. So I like Bieber here at 8K. I like him as an SP1 that you can play, and I like Anibal Sanchez as my SP2. Attacking Arizona here, I think Arizona does have some Ks. This is a lineup that we can attack, and just like I said, I'm trying to get off of the Greinke chalk. I'm trying to get a little bit different at pitcher today. You're definitely going to have to be different if you want to win a tournament on a 3-game slate. So that's why I'm kind of rolling with Anibal. I don't expect him to be that popular, but this is a spot where he can show some upside, can put up some fantasy points here. Versus this Diamondbacks team, there are some strikeouts here, especially towards the bottom of that lineup, to where Anibal could have a decent outing. And I'm really just trying to get away from Greinke. So if like Greinke goes for 20 today and Anibal goes for 23, 24, which could easily happen, then obviously that's a huge advantage over the field. You're getting more points for cheaper, which is great for tournaments. So I like going with Bieber and Sanchez as my 2 pitchers, kind of fading Greinke. No way I'm playing Estrada. Might have some Strasburg and Hendricks, but I really won't have much exposure to those 2 guys. It's just going to be Bieber and Sanchez for me, the 2 pitchers I really look to build around. So we'll go ahead and look at some of my hitters for today, some hitters that I like. Talked about how popular Greinke is going to be, so I'm going to try and get some leverage on that ownership with Freddie Freeman, 4,200. Don't expect Freeman to be that popular on a 3-game slate. He'll probably be like 10-15% owned because a lot of people are going to play Greinke. Probably won't look to some of these Braves bats. But 4,200 for Freddie Freeman versus a righty is just too cheap in my opinion. Freeman's just such a good hitter. Greinke can give up some home runs at times. Like I said, Freeman's just that good of a hitter. It doesn't really matter who he's going up against. The guy can homer off of anybody. So I like Freddie Freeman at 4,200. Trying to get some leverage on that Greinke chalk. And then at third base and shortstop, going with a little mini stack from the Indians. Jose Ramirez, start off with him. 5,300. Love him here versus Estrada. I have seen some places the Blue Jays are supposedly might pitch Gaviglio here. Some places I've seen Estrada. Some places I've seen Gaviglio. Whether it's Gaviglio or Estrada, I think both guys are the Indian stacks in play either way. Like Ramirez, Lindor, these guys are in play. Whether it's Gaviglio or Estrada, both pitchers aren't that great. Both of these guys, Ramirez and Lindor, mash righties. So I love Ramirez here at 5,300. Love Lindor as well, 5,500. Going with that little mini stack. This Indian stack's easily the top stack on this slate. It's going to be really, really popular, but I think it's worth it. I think you can definitely stack the Indians, even though they're going to be chalky. If you want to get a little different, maybe you stack the bottom of that lineup, or maybe like if you stack the Indians, maybe try and get a little different with your other hitters, like play a guy against Zack Greinke to get different, maybe play a one-off that's going to be low-owned, I guess, so that way you can get different to give yourself a chance at first place on a 3-game slate. So I like the Indian stack, but definitely going to get different some ways, maybe play some guys from the bottom of the lineup. But yeah, that's really it for my 5 plays. This is going to be a really, really quick video since it's just 3 games. So these are my 5 plays: Shane Bieber, Anibal Sanchez, Freddie Freeman, Jose Ramirez, and Francisco Lindor. So now let's quickly look at stacks for today. The Indians are my top stack. I'll have them in a ton of lineups. But if I do want to get different here, if I want to maybe try and get a little different on a 3-game slate, I think the Nationals versus Hendricks, you can definitely stack the Nats here. Hendricks has shown ability to give up home runs this year. Guys like Bryce Harper, Adam Eaton, you could easily go to today. The Indians are going to be really popular, so any of these other teams are going to be low-owned, just in my opinion, or lower owned than they should be, I guess, for a 3-game slate. So maybe the Nationals, if you're trying to get a little different, maybe take some hitters in this Braves-Diamondbacks game. Maybe take some hitters against Greinke, because Greinke's going to be so popular. So like Acuna, Inciarte, Freeman, you could play here, especially if you're entering tournaments, which I would imagine you're probably only going to play tournaments on a 3-game slate. So don't mind a little Braves mini stack, just trying to get different from the field, get a little contrarian. Maybe some Cubs bats versus Strasburg. Not a big fan there, but these guys are cheap. Daniel Murphy's only 4K. Baez is under 5K. Rizzo's under 5K. You could easily stack the Cubs here and probably play Greinke if you wanted to, or play Bieber, Sanchez, and then stack the Cubs. So I don't mind that, just trying to get a little different. But yeah, let's go ahead and move on to BVP and quickly look at the BVP plays, just 5 of them it looks like. So starting off up top, Tommy La Stella gone 3 for 10. Home run versus Steven Strasburg. Bryce Harper 5 for 16 with a home run versus Kyle Hendricks. Adam Eaton 4 for 10, 2 home runs versus Kyle Hendricks. Rajai Davis 5 for 10 with a home run versus Marco Estrada. And Tyler Flowers 5 for 10 versus Zach Greinke. So that's it for BVP. That's really it for the slate, guys. It's going to be a really quick video, just going to be like a 8-minute video, just because there's not much to talk about, just 3 games. Definitely take it easy on this slate. Don't play much. I won't be playing much. Might dabble into that showdown for that Eagles-Falcons game. Play a little bit in that. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it. Make sure you follow me on Twitter if you haven't already. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. And we'll see you in the next video on Friday. Definitely a better slate Friday. We'll dive more deeper into that one. Peace.